right. Give me just a second to get set up. Okay, cool. Well, welcome back. Today we have a little bit planned with all of our, oh, hang on. There we go. We want this to be this monitor. Okay, so on our Trello board, we had just picked out that we were going to maybe look at rewriting the light renderer. I don't want to do that right now, actually. But we're just going to be drawing rooms through the rest of them, and then we'll just kind of polish up everything. And so for the most part, we just have to kind of convert a lot of that drawing over. Yeah. So then the other thing is I wanted to check on the stream latency real quick. Because I think that I've got it set up now where it should be pretty active. So if I go ahead and here, just like welcome to the stream. And then we throw this up, should pop up on the actual stream here any second. So, okay, we got a latency of like about, oh, how long? 15 seconds? Okay, that's not too bad. Anyway, so hopefully this just makes it a little bit more interactive, so it doesn't show up like minutes later. Okay. So let's hop on to our main screen. So what we're going to be working on specifically is we've kind of just started adding rooms, and so we're just going to kind of work our way along and just add more rooms as we go down here, and I just need to draw all of those. So yeah, let's get started on that. I got my drawing tablet right here, and then I can just grab this real quick. Cool. Okay, so then from here, we gotta put this guy on this screen, and then I may have to calibrate my monitor again. For some reason it does that every time, so haven't quite figured that out yet. Yeah, if I put this over here, it's on the wrong screen. That's it. So interesting. Yeah, well, oh, wait, I think we got it now. Ah, interesting. Okay, cool. Hang on. What's it doing? No. Okay. There we go. So, what we have done before is we just have our map draft. So I know what I'm working on. And then I've just kind of taken it from here and just added bits and pieces to it. So we are going to kind of do something similar to that. So if we grab this, we're basically grabbing, okay, let me open up the actual image here. So we open up this, we will, I probably want something about this same size. So maybe actually what I can do is, I'll throw it into here. I have to sneeze in a second. And then I'll use this and just save this as a new one. So we'll call one C. Okay. So from here, we need to add new layer. Put this guy, oh wow, it's really slow. Put this guy over in this direction. And actually, the way that I have the steps set up here, there's kind of this big open area afterward, so it's more like I need to connect like this edge and that edge. So I don't have to do that much over here. I just want to connect like that, and then we should be good. Okay, so we can delete some of these. We're probably not going to use the tile anymore. We're probably just going to focus on using different textures and whatnot, so that'll be interesting. I want to make sure that I have the actual first level here though, because I don't know, I keep saving all my stuff in weird places, so I gotta figure out where it is. Where is my level? Okay, level 1. Where is this technically? It's in backgrounds. Okay. Do I want it to be there? Not really. I'll move it later. I can move this one though. So we want to put this in level 1. Okay, so let's open that. From here, this gives us two really good things. We want the background, so we can put that there. And we want that overlay. And then we'll put that there. Change that to overlay. And that's pretty much all that we need. We're not going to be using the tiles too much, so that's okay. And then from here, honestly, I could incorporate either the entire maze into this, although, I mean, it depends on how open we really want this to be. Like, do we want this to, because I think it will get a little boring playing the game if you have to go through these huge swaths of area where it's just empty. And so I feel like this is big as the first room that you start in, but once you get going along, like, you don't need those huge empty rectangles. Like, we could probably just cut it off right there and then have like another area there. So I have a feeling we might actually connect 3 and 4 together here and then just have this be the maze. So what that means, I've lost my paper. That's okay. What that means is, here we go. We're probably just going to connect 3 and 4 together. And so if I were to sketch it out real quick, I want to go, yep, perfect. And then, boom. Okay. We would probably have this come out like, have some steps here or something. Have this come out. And then over here is where we have the maze, and then it comes in toward the end, right here. So then this goes, shoot. Now we can have that be kind of big and open right there. And then that goes into a hallway, which goes into the rest of the stuff. So I think, yeah, that's super reasonable. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. Okay, I actually do want to find that paper real quick. So let me look around my stuff just to see if I've got it somewhere around here. Okay, perfect. I like the way that I've drawn everything on here, so I'm gonna try to copy it a little bit. So, looks like for this we have all of the main like big steps. Here, I need to change that to this one. Okay, because I might edit some of this too. So we need to add some more steps out here, but then for the most part, all of this is empty space because this will come out like here. Maybe I'll do 3, and then this is empty, so we don't need to worry about that. So this we can just leave over on this side. Interesting. Why is it like that? Oh, is it part of this? No, it's part of this. Oh, it does look like that. Interesting. Well, if I go like this, I might just want to erase that, just to make it look nice. Go like 150 instead. Yeah, do something like that. Okay. So then we'll draw here. And we'll get this mapped out, and then inside of this area we'll have the maze actually in here, and it's nothing complicated, just a little bit of like gives the player something to do while they're walking. So okay, in here, and then up here we'll have this little bonus arena section, secret area. So this is some steps that you come out on right here. Let's see. If I had to cut into an area, I'd probably cut into this area rather than going further this way. So we'll put the steps here. There are also these big columns, like these pillars that I have to keep in mind. So I feel like something like that. I might have to change these depending on how big the player is. He might not fit. Remember, he's a wide boy after all, so he might not fit in these. Cool. And I think from here, probably just have the steps right up against those pillars, and then we'll go one this way. That looks pretty good. And then if I were to kind of sketch that out a little more. Whoop. Now, am I the correct darkness here? It feels a little strange. Am I doing the right color? It is black. Am I drawing on the right layer? Oh, I'm not. Oh no. Oh, this is terrible. What have I done? Okay. Let me just copy everything over into here. I drew on the wrong layer. That's why it looks brown. Yeah, it's okay. So we'll just zoom in. I'm trying to go really fast. I need to just slow down and kind of let the process work. So not a big issue. I can just replace that top layer with the old. I just need to go back and do that. And then that'll make everything look clean. Okay, so cool. From here, also what's nice about the way that I'm doing all of the top-down art is I'm not making it like perspective based at all. So I don't have to worry about like if I have a big tower, if it's going to tilt from side to side based on how, if like, you know, the player's here and it's like got like a perspective like this on it, and then something over here is like in the other direction. I don't have to worry about that because everything's just orthographic. It's just top down, so it's actually really nice. Okay, so we go over here. Cool. Cool. Gonna clean that up a little right there. Yeah. Is my mic on? Oh, it looks like it just unplugged. Okay, should be working now. Oh, you know what? I think it was going through my camera microphone. Well, hopefully the audio is okay. Maybe it's better, I don't know. Okay, let's just keep working with it. So, I guess the big thing is I am just going to draw like a couple squares, and then I'm going to see how big it shows up on the map. Because if I want this to be about this level here, then I can only tell that if I actually played the game. So, anyway. Cool. And then up here's where I have the arena area. But we'll leave that for now. And then over here we draw this, and then I don't know. I'm not like sold on any of my little maze parts here, but if everything adds up nicely, I think we'll leave it. Okay, and then I need something like right here. That's pretty good. As long as our player can fit through like all of these little nooks and crannies, then I think we're good to go. And that's fine. So nothing outrageous, nothing spectacular here. Just a obstacle, so it's not a straight line. Okay, and then from here, this area will be more of like a staircase, but that can come on the other side of it. So for now, I am just going to save this, and then I'm gonna throw it in there. And the big idea right now is just getting a draft for everything working. And as long as we have something out there, we can start adding things to it. We can add interactables and all sorts of fun stuff. And so we just want to make sure that everything lines up. So these line up right on the edge there. So that's perfect. I might go ahead and
save this again as that like orangish color so that it looks nice. And then we're hopping back to, we want to do this. And then we'll go from here into whatever the next level that we have is. So 40, 80, 324. Let's do that. Oh man, just put me on the other side. How would I do this? You know what I should have done? Hang on, I have an idea. Do this, then we stretch it from here to 480. Perfect. Okay. All right. Get rid of that. And then we just kind of start over. So let me do this real quick. Hop over to this guy. Replace that. That gets rid of these guys here so that looks nice instead of that right there. So cool. I mean, we don't need to do anything with this at the moment. So I'll leave that for now. We'll come back to it. This guy, we need to add an overlay here. Then we add underlay here. And then we just draw. So part of our draft, we have this area that comes out. And we'll see exactly what this ends up looking like. So the other thing that we can do here is just kind of scale it so it fits everything, and then we'll just kind of imitate the general shape of it all. So it looks like if we kind of go like this, that should fit everything fairly well in there. So I think that's good. I think that's fine. Yeah, that's pretty good. So then we'll save this as 1D. And then, yeah, I guess that's the other thing is, do these match up on either side? So something to keep in mind. However, I could blend this part here, and that would kind of help. But anyway, for now, let's just get all these drafts finish up. So now we move into this part. We're just gonna kind of fill this out. Technically this area will be stairs, so we can add some stair lines like this. Whoop. So nothing fancy, but stairs nonetheless. Okay, and then this area is just some square room. It's got pillars in it too. It's really interesting looking back on this because like I really did intend for a kind of like subconsciously reinforcing in the player's mind that they can make decisions throughout the game, even in the first level, and that's so cool because I wouldn't have come up with that idea right now, but I definitely thought long and hard about that before. So something kind of like that doesn't matter too much. Okay, I don't want to copy it over, but I do want the shape, so yeah, I'm a little lopsided on that, so let's move this up. Hey, is the whole thing? Yeah, the whole thing is kind of lopsided. What's up with that? Oh, that's funny. Nah, I don't know. It honestly doesn't matter though. Just gives the organic feel of everything, so that's okay. Let me kind of make this one a little more different, so it doesn't look identical. Do want to leave a big enough space there too. I might make them smaller. Cool. Yeah. Okay. And then this comes over here. We got this. Nope. Nope. There we go. Yeah, I'm still a little sick today, so hoping that I can still work on fog a bit. Okay, that looks pretty good. And then right here, technically, is a entrance that goes to the library. Then we have this come out here. And then all of this right here. So this is actually pretty cool, because now that I've started drawing the level, I can start incorporating more important mechanics like the fog and having it kind of roll through everything. So that's critical. That's cool. Okay. So then we are on, I guess, the little insignia right here. So technically what this is the Bureau insignia. And the Bureau is an entity in the world of fog that basically is hell-bent on information, like data harvesting as much as they can, just everywhere. Which is becoming increasingly relevant in the world, which at the time that I wrote this, didn't expect that. So, little surprising, kind of weird. Okay. Yeah, it's good enough. We'll just do this. So, and then this comes out here. Maybe I'll make that a little shallower. Something like that. Let's see, where's the middle of it? Middle, so we go like something like that. Okay. And that is close enough for now. I will finish this up some other time. We can make it look real pretty. But for now, that's good enough. Okay, just draft work. Just draft work. Okay. Then we can get rid of this. And there we go. Okay, so yeah, that's pretty much good. Get rid of that. And then that is our next little area. Okay, so this, you can see here, is where I would blend the two textures together. So I might experiment with that, see how that turns out. So, not that you'll even see it anywhere, but you would only see it literally right where this freaking step is that I drew on the same layer. don't know why. Okay, here we go. Nope. There we go. So we got that, this, and these things. Cool. So let's go ahead and save that as, well, let's first save it as it is, and then let's save it as a picture. Cool. And then we can check out how that looks over here. So boom, that, technically I want that to be above, right there, because that comes in, if I'm not mistaken, it should line up like right here, right? It kind of lines up. What's up with that? Let me put it underneath and see what's up. Yeah, it's right about like there. And then if I put that above, how strange. What have I done? Oh, well, yeah, okay, anyway, I think I know what's up. I have another layer over the top of everything, but close enough anyway. So this is fun though. It's starting to look very, very interesting with all like the kind of paper and all that stuff. That's so cool. So let's see if these are too small. And then, yeah, let's walk through all of this as well. See if I need to change that. Then here, and then at the end, I mean, we're almost done with just like the quick draft. We only have to do literally this area right here, which I might have to break up into 2 areas because it's kind of big, but it's not that big. Okay, cool. All right, awesome. Well, that's going strong. Yeah, that running really adds to the liveliness of the game. Not that it's the most amazing sprite in the world, but it's okay. It's just okay. Okay, so this is pretty good. Yeah, and it's not too big here. And then we come out here. Oh, honestly, if I make the colliders small enough, I believe that this would fit into here if I made that smaller. So that actually might work. And then you come out here, you can pretty much walk through almost all of it. That is pretty good. There might be some areas that are a tad tight, but for the most part, yeah, this looks freaking incredible. And honestly, right now, I'm loving the simplicity of just it's almost like a cardboard color and feel. It's very cool. I like it. Okay, then you come out here. Yep, perfect. Fit through all that. Come out to here. Got the insignia. You have the room up here. And then you'll end up going through here. Ah, this is incredible. And honestly, that took me like 2 or 3 minutes to get through, which is good. So, don't want it to be super long, but also don't want it to be really quick. I like that. That was nice. That felt nice. That was good. Okay, so I'm happy with how that's turned out. Let's keep going, and then we'll polish things up. So, I mean, it's kind of funny. I feel like in this area, I don't have that many things that I've planned for like interacting. So I should probably think about that. But I'm sure all of those details will come later as I finish the game, have a level, play through it, and I'm like, oh, I should add that. Right now, I'm just trying to get the level finished. Yeah, that's so cool, though. Okay, so let's work on... And this is... I'm trying to get to this part right here, because this is where, like, the whole game basically starts. And then that's going to kind of change what we do after here. So this whole room... I mean, it doesn't have to be, like, exactly like this. But it is a good start to just brainstorm. Okay, so we go. Yeah, so I might have to kind of shorten some of it up a bit. Could probably do that. Get away with it. Something like that. Yeah, and then that's the main level. Okay, cool. Yeah, so I think that decent shape, good enough. So let's go ahead and fill that in. Yeah, this is great. I'm super happy with how this is all turning out. Yeah, didn't expect to be drawing all of it. I thought that I would somehow come up with a way of like, I don't know, generating or doing like tiles or something like that to draw the level, but the fact that I'm literally just hand drawing every line is surprising, but it's also like working out surprisingly, which is incredible. Like, I'm very happy about that. It's surprisingly easy too. So that's nice in terms of the workflow. It means it'll be pretty easy to throw together like several levels in the future when I get to that point. And yeah, it's just that organic, kind of messy feeling of just the drawing and whatnot is so signature that like this is key. This is going to be a pretty signature game, I have a feeling. Okay, and then something like that. And then from here, we want to go connect these. Whoop. Yeah, that's good enough. I almost want this to feel a little claustrophobic too. Like I actually don't know that I want it to be this wide on the bottom. I kind of want it to be more like where you walk in and you can't really go anywhere except forward. And it'll be like the first real time that you get kind of like railroaded into doing something specific. Which is good, because this game will vacillate between open world feeling, not technically an open world, but it'll feel like an open world, and then it'll feel like a narrative at other times. So, okay. And then from here, this will just be a little opening that I can add stuff to later. Okay, and with that, that is level 1. And then from here, I have a lot of stuff to add. So, we'll get to work on that. All right. So this, stairs. And ideally, a lot of stairs. I don't know that I'll be able to add this many stairs in here. But I'm going to try to make it look like it. So I want this to definitely be like a basement setting. And it's like right off the bat, we start going into these kind of like dungeons and sewers and just underground type of atmosphere. Okay, cool. So something like that. And then from here, we grab our paper texture from here. We put that there. Grab this, do that. Put this here. Go, boom. Cool. And so that's the problem here, is this is like double overlaying on this, which is why it doesn't match perfectly on the other side. So actually the way to combat that is to, I guess I could go there. One of these I can invert my selection. Yeah, invert selection. Then I go here, delete that. And then that should pretty much work. And then I can get rid of that. Cool. And then now from here, I want to figure out a way of meshing these together, which I think if I do this, now it should work. Although, I seem to have messed that up then. So I definitely want this at least to be somewhat open, but then I want this to be open, and then I want this to be open. So a lot of interlacing layers there, but I think that will work enough. I don't know. It was good enough. So, okay, that is pretty darn good, do you have to say? Yeah, screw it. Let's just throw it in there. So this is level 1E now, and then we're at the picture. Cool. And then we'll throw that in here. And then let's see how this meshes up right there. So it should combine, if I do this, like right there, I think. No, it might be right here. I think it's right here. So then if I turn that back on, I think that's right. And then, yeah, pretty much right there. Yeah, looks good. And then you won't see too much of this because it'll all be covered up in black. So that's cool. Okay, that's the whole freaking first level, just like that. Nice. Woo, we did it. Awesome. Okay, so that means now we want to I guess I should start polishing it up. I want to add in kind of the other bonus stuff that I was going to add in here. Honestly, I almost wanted to start tackling combat today. Because now that we've gone ahead, I mean literally, we have knocked out every single level, or every single room on our Trello board here. So that means that all of this we did. Except the arena. So I almost feel like this wasn't even worth writing down that many. I might just finish room. Finish level 1. I guess we go technically it's chapter 0. Because after this it goes chapter 1. So it's more like the prologue. So we do that. Then today we were going to work on the... Man, is there a way that I can just edit it? Just do arena. And I think from here, we'll do that. We'll do arena combat elements. And then we'll start looking at how to... just how to incorporate combat. Because I think that... Our goal is to have combat and narrative elements, but then we're going to flip back and forth between them. Anyway, so let's give that a shot. How do I go off of this? Okay. There we go. Honestly, I don't use the side screen left very often. I think I'm gonna remove that, and then I'll probably remove this one as well. It's just too many cameras to have to flip between. It's not really worth it in my opinion. Okay, cool. So from here we have yeah, arena. Let's do the arena. So arena is going to be right here. If you go into here, it will take you to a new room. In that room, I should pretty much, I think, duplicate this room. I think the other thing too that I would want to do is I should turn Keegan into a prefab. Because he has dialogue and he has all of these other things. Also the camera though. So it's almost like the camera rendering, all of that. It's almost like I need to create like a base game object. And then this has these two guys in it. And then that itself is like its own prefab. Because I think everything else I don't need. Technically, if I were to get rid of it. Yeah, and then the level is just technically this. Oh, and the background. So, yeah, okay. Just because in here we have the camera rendering as well, which takes care of a lot. So, I'm going to put this in, yeah, I'm just going to put it in here. I'm just going to go like that. So then if I create a new level, I might just duplicate this one. All that I need to do is drag this in, and then I have a new level ready to go. But I think for now, let's just save this as arena. And then what's awesome about the arena, so my plan for the arena is to recreate something a lot like Hollow Knight's combat arena. I don't know what you would call it. What was their name for it? Colosseum of Fools and Colosseum of whatever. So I have these different challenges that you could do, and you would just end up fighting enemies over and over again. So it was kind of cool. What in the world? Man, some people should not have 3D art. So, want to imitate something kind of like that, and all that you do is you get to show up, hop in, and you just fight. So it's kind of cool. And then from there, that gives me a really good like sandbox to test all of my fighting mechanics. And so as I add new things, new weapons, new enemies, I can just throw them in there and then test it out. It also forces me to actually come up with a like an idea for how to do basic combat, because now I'm going to be in combat mode exclusively. So for the background, technically I only have these photos, right? Okay, so I can get rid of these. Don't need that. I don't need these either, technically. Yeah, those were some blocks that I used before for collision and whatnot, and I don't need that right now. And then this is its own thing. That was something cool, and I'll show you that later. Had to do with the lighting. Basically, I had these like posts underneath the railing, so that when light shone through it, it was it looked like there was railing, and it was really, really cool. But for now, not important, and neither are these important. So pretty much I can get rid of most of that. So idea is, with the base game, this is where I'm going to grab that stone texture. There it was. Stony. Yeah. So from here, these are going to, it's just going to be our little like square arena format or something. And it probably won't even be that big. It'll probably be something more like this to this here. Also, it looks like these don't line up. I thought that they would have tiled. Oh wait. Does that work? Ah, give me back my thing. Does that work? Ah, no, not at all. Weird. That looks a little strange as well. Maybe I can go like this. I think it's gonna look weird no matter what. I'll have to do something with it later. Anyway, for now, I don't know, something. Kind of a square shape. Gosh, that looks even worse. I think just having the one thing is fine. I don't know why I'm trying to mess with it. And then I could just square that one out instead. I think that looks fine. Okay, so in here, this is perfect. So see, little arena area. Small, not super small, but like you won't be running around the arena the whole time. So pretty good. Yeah, it's cool. I'm starting to get like Binding of Isaac vibes with this, which is cool. Okay, so we want then from here, we're creating a new system, which you can't see. And now this is actually where I do want my left monitor. That's so funny. So right here we have combat mode. I haven't programmed combat mode, but I have combat mode. What we're going to want with combat mode, I should draw real quick. So with combat mode, let's just make it like super small. Or, okay. So this is going to offer a couple things. First off, player has to be able to dash. So combat mode. Like Hollow Knight, I really enjoyed the dashing mechanic, so we're gonna go dash. I've already implemented it, I just don't have it enabled when you're not in combat. Other things, speed is gonna go way up. So you're gonna move around in general much faster, and you're gonna have just completely different movement and all that. Oh, hey, what's up? Nice. What teriyaki restaurant are you at? They're playing Jesus music in it. Yeah. So it'll have like a base speed that you'll move at normally, and that'll be higher. Plus then you'll have like a running speed. And then from here, this we'll have to draw completely new sprites and all of that. So this will have, that's where I'll probably break it down into like a top torso, and then like legs, and then from there I can layer those on top of each other, because then the other big thing, look at mouse. The player will always look at the mouse. So instead of moving in the direction that you're moving, you'll be able to strafe and turn around and, you know, side swipe and stuff like that. So that'll be cool. And then obviously combat, but I haven't done the combat yet. So I think the big thing right now is I should probably look at getting legs and a top torso working before I do combat necessarily, and then I'll kind of start working on the combat. So hang on one second, I have to turn down my heater. Yeah, okay, so I think I might look for some sprites that are just on the internet for legs and stuff, just so I can get a image of like how do I actually want that to look necessarily. So let me hop onto something real quick and then I'll do this. Okay, so let's go top down legs animation game. And then we'll do something like that. Oh, you know what? I did have an idea for how to do this. So I was thinking about doing kinematics instead. And I just program up some kinematics, and then I copy all of the images from that, and I take screenshots of everything. So I was going to do that, but give me 1 second. Cool. Okay. So let's go and check out. Trying to make sure that the stream is at the right latency here. I think it's completely off. That's wild. Here, I have to make sure everything's working. Actually, this is crazy, because I think I have everything set up to be as low latency as possible. And it doesn't look like it. Oh no. It's almost like what I'm saying right now, like I think you guys won't be able to see it until like I have no idea. This is crazy. Uh-oh. Alright, well, that's okay. Good enough. I'll figure it out next time. Yeah. For now, just noted, I'll figure it out. So, I guess, so the big thing with kinematics, so let's go kinematics top down, and I just want to see if I can come up with, if someone else has done it for me, because that would be really nice. If not, I can do it myself. I don't really want to, but I can do it. Oh, and you know what? This might be crazy. This might be a crazy throwback. I did this. already, back when I originally first started making fog, like years and years and years ago. I created I have a video. Is it still up? I think I left it up. Yeah, one of these. I have to be careful. One of these have copyrighted music on it, but so I made this, and then I had his little walking animation and stuff, and I think I got strafing working at one point. Maybe not on this one. Okay, doesn't look like I got it on this one. I totally did have it working though, which is so interesting. So I did some of these, but at one point I did get... Did I do it on this? Eventually I animated these guys, which was cool, but... Yeah, I think I just didn't do it after that. Oh no, that's terrible. Okay, I almost thought that I was gonna save myself there, but didn't do it. Okay. You guys should go watch these other videos, you know? I got a lot of cool videos on here. Okay. So we have to find I could probably mentally do it in my head. So let me think about this. Essentially what my plan is if the player is... So we only have to draw like 8 different sprites. So we have a sprite moving in this direction, for this direction. Technically we could just do that. And then I want to have these as well though, because that makes everything look really, really nice. And technically, if say the player is facing forward, and this is like the north position here, this is all that we need for a character to look good, because if they're walking forward and they're moving forward, then we just use this sprite. If they're moving back, then we use this one, to the left, to the right, and all these different angles. And then when the player's facing the mouse, we just take this and we rotate it. So we only need to do these 8 leg animations. And then for the top torso, we just slap a body on there and then he just moves around. So that pretty much super simple. We can totally get away with that. So I think that what we should do is... Okay, actually, I was going to try one more thing. And then let me just think about how I would actually do this. Because technically, so I think that I just want to run through like each like foot and then just try to figure out how all of it would go, you know? So we'll see. Yeah. Okay, I am just checking on my stream real quick. It literally looks like it's like 30 minutes behind. That's wild. I picked the ultra low latency, but I don't know how that works. I'll have to look into that more. Well, that's unfortunate, but good to know in terms of stream, like comments, just FYI. But I need to figure that out because that's a problem. Major problem. Okay, so up here, well, we don't need this. Just for simple walking animation. Let's just start looking up this now. So let's go. Granted, it's not going to be walking. He's going to be like running and stuff, but top down run animation. And then we go top down strafe animation. And technically, if we just have these two, I can figure everything else out myself. I only need game, like trying to figure out what to look up here. I love how these look. For the sideways ones, I just gotta figure out how to translate that into top down. Like these look incredible. I mean, maybe I could use this. Just do an 8-frame animation. Or honestly, this is even less than that because this is only 1 foot. That's just the one leg. I could do like every other frame on this one. Go boom, 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 boom. Even that's actually, I only need to do these 3 because it goes from here, here, here. Then it's the other leg here, 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 here. So I only need like 6 pictures for that. I could totally bear to like compute where the legs are on each one of these. So I think the legs that carry the most information, or the frames that carry the most information, this one, this one, where it actually makes contact. I could even go from like here to here, and I think that would be really good. So here, here, and then probably into like this leg here. And then I would alternate that. So I think these 3 frames are key for any sort of run. And I might need some sort of kind of walk-ish, more of like a jog for his normal moving. But I think I do want him to run kind of at all times when he is in combat mode. It's like he's geared up and he's ready to start fighting. Okay, so that looks pretty alright. And then I could probably figure out how to do it from here. And then I was going to look up some strafing animations here. And it doesn't look like there is much of anything. Okay. Is there any sort of like animation strip? Like wow. Yeah. There's like nothing on here. Weird. Okay. So I might have to figure that out myself. It's a little annoying, but I can do that. Okay. Let's start with this. So for this kind of character, he is in the air. Let's do 2 layers here. So we got top layer, torso. He's got shoulder this way, shoulder back here, something kind of like that. Let's just draw it very loosely. He's got arm down, forearm comes up, hand here, ready to run. On this side, he's got elbow back, elbow down. You pretty much can't see the rest of that. So, something like that. And then head is significantly forward. Torso is coming down here. He's leaned forward significantly. Okay, so something kind of like that. Then in terms of the legs here, we have waist here. This leg is forward. And then this leg down here is back significantly. And then I'm going to get rid of this real quick just to focus on this. This leg actually even more significantly is almost not visible, or the calf part of it. And would he be on this part of it or on the outside? I think on the outside was good. So something like that there. And then from here, his calf comes out and then comes back, and he's pretty much as extended as you can get on this part here. Looks like a gazelle. Okay, so boom, something like that, right? And I bet you Hades does a lot of this, something very similar to this. This is also why people don't do strictly top-down games, typically, but for me it's going to be easier in other ways, so I want to do that. Okay, so that, pretty good. That's pretty good. Then we go here. From here, he has now seemed to kind of relax his shoulders. Arm is pretty much at his waist to the point where you basically can't see it. Maybe you see his hand a little. On this side, it's presumably quite similar. Maybe his elbow is back a little ways, but hand is pretty much at his side. Neutral position, head forward, getting ready to make the next step there with this leg. So that leg has now started to come forward. Something like this there. Maybe it comes out a little ways. And then this leg also is pretty much invisible at this point, so you can't really see any of it. Then this one, he is now starting to, but not fully, tilt in this direction. So I think this shoulder's kind of leading everything. And this one probably hasn't moved too far back, just a little ways. But this one's probably kind of starting to thrust up there. Head. It's just kind of a little neutral, not super neutral, but a little. This arm, though, is starting to lean forward. So he is shooting upward with it. This one, it is significantly high on his shoulder there. So that one's pretty far up there. This one, he's just probably a little ways up. Probably scale that back a little ways too. Probably doesn't need to be that far forward. Something more like that. And then he'll hop up later. So that's good. Do that there. Okay. So that's good. And then this arm is starting to throw backward into here. And then we have a little bit of a hand coming out there. Okay, so that's cool, right? That's cool. So then what we're settling on from here is his lower leg, which I think I didn't do on this one. I need to technically move this guy to this layer here. Okay. Because then at some point too, technically I will be having these guys carry items and whatnot, so I want to be able to change the torso independently of the legs. So let's go combat. Run. Okay, so from here he clearly has this leg back, but not so far back. So essentially what we're doing is this leg is going to become this leg here. So he is starting to move back, although not extensively. Right? It's made a huge move in the backward direction, but it still has a significant ways to go from here to here. And so this one is going to look more like it's being extended, and it comes down to a point, and then like the heel comes up, but then that's all you see because technically his foot is underneath it there. And then his heel kicks out here where his foot is basically pointing backwards now, like a ballerina or something. We do want it to be animated, so, you know, it's gotta have those cartoony caricature feels. Okay, and then this knee is coming forward, about here. And that's about as much as we see. The bottom of the foot there is hidden away by the waist, and so that's going to be about there, and so we don't need to see that. Okay, so from here, then literally we just take these and reverse them, and we just flip it for the other animation. So I can do that real quick, actually. If I just grab this, paste it into here, do that for the top torso. I probably will combine these for sake of the animation, just because it'll be easy to do. But I do want to keep them separate at some point, you know. Okay, and then from here, you know what? Yeah, I should probably do that now. So I'm gonna duplicate these, combine this layer, and then put this in here. And then I do technically, I'll see how I want his head to kind of bob back and forth, because technically it should feel like he's like leaning forward every time he takes a step, and so there needs to be a good balance of animation there. We'll see how that looks. Okay, so from here to here, I think that he should be leaning forward a little more. His shoulder should come forward. And then from here to here, he needs to be definitely reaching in the forward direction more. So I think that goes way forward. And then I'm gonna duplicate all of these to flip them. So this one comes here, and we flip that. So from here to there, we do that. Then we grab this one, and we're flipping that one into here now, and then we're taking this one and we're flipping that into here, and then that comes into here. Okay, so if we were to export then these, so combat run, I should probably call this just combat sprites, and then we'll call this combat run. Okay. If we were to export these and throw them into here, and we'll throw them on the body real quick. So let me grab them. They are in characters, Keegan, combat run. And then I need to, I need to export these as a zip file. That's what's up. Okay, so now we can open that, throw these in here, and then that makes it really easy to work on. Okay, so we go animator, boom, and you know what? I'm just gonna add another element now, and this is gonna be the sprinting run element when we're in combat mode. However, for now, I'm just going to edit this. I'll change it back later. But I'm just editing it now to see what it looks like. And then let me make sure that these sprites are the right size. Yeah, he's gonna look really small if I do that. Also, I want to make sure that these are singles. I think the way to do this is I can take these and bump up the pixels per unit and go like, I think 50 pixels per unit. And then that should make it like twice the size, right? Yeah, okay. So let's see how that looks. And this might look good. It might not. Okay, and looks like we have an issue already right off the bat. So all of these should be effective and working. Oh, wait. Layer 2. Yeah, okay, weird. So that should do it though, right? Oh, okay, well why is that sprite disappearing? Okay, that's annoying. Which one is it? Okay, if I put in each one of these one by one, that one works. 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 What? How does that not work? How does this one not work? How is there anything different about this one? This one has absolutely nothing different about it. Like, what in the world? So this one alone rendered at a different depth than the other textures, even though they're all the same sprite renderer. It's bizarre. Okay, so now it should work. Interesting. Okay. This looks kind of funny. I'm just like trying to understand what's happening right now. Well, okay, so obviously that's the issue. That's the issue. His speed is way too small, or way too slow. So let's change some things on combat. Okay, so for combat, we want to make, when he's in combat, rotate toward mouse, we do that. But when we're actually moving, we don't want to use run speed or move speed. I almost need like a whole new set of variables. Go like public float, combat speed, yeah, combat speed, and then we go public float, sprint speed. And from here, if, okay, what is happening there? If we're in combat mode, we want, instead of run speed and move speed, we want it to be combat speed and stuff. Okay, so if combat else, we can pretty much just copy this over, and now we just go sprint speed and combat speed. Okay. Right. Can't instantiate that, so we just gotta float this. There we go. Okay. Close enough. Is it the best, prettiest? No. I guess what we would be doing here is, could I do something like this? Let me see if I can nest these. What's happening right now? Okay, so I go. This is its own thing, right? So we have this. But then we also want this for combat. And then we do this within this. That is genius. Okay, cool. All in one line of code. It's awesome, right? Okay, so this has to be sprint speed. This is combat speed. Okay, so if we're in combat, we do this. If not, we just do the normal run speed and move speed. Then from here, again, if combat, which honestly I could probably put all of these as well into, oh, that's so cool. Yeah. Equals, because from here, again, it's going to be combat, and it either does this or it does that. And so for here, we're going to check if if it's left shift, we want to do 2. Otherwise, we do 1. And then for this one, if we're in combat, we actually want to do 3 or 4. I don't know, and we'll see how that goes. There's going to be a lot more here that we have to deal with, but this just kind of makes everything feel like it is fancy. Okay, so if we're in combat, we do all this stuff. I think that should pretty much deal with everything. We're not going to deal with too much of the animations right now, and we're just going to focus mainly on the, movement. So for combat speed, I don't know how fast he should be, so I'm going to do like 3 and 4. And then for the animator, let's... Can I get rid of this element? I didn't do anything. What? Okay, did that do that, or did it delete 3? Okay, good. So it did the right one. Okay, so for element 3, man, oh my goodness. Stop collapsing every single freaking window. Why just clicking on the thing collapse it? It shouldn't do it. You can't see what I'm doing right now. It's this one, right here. Oh no, stop. Okay, so we need to grab, let's freeze that window. Combat, run, and then these guys. So I'm, man, why did it get rid of that again? Quit that. We gotta duplicate this, and then we have these. And for now, it's okay. But let's just see how this lines up with everything. Well, even the combat idle is going to be different as well. But okay, so I'm already messing this up. Okay, so from here. Yeah, and you know what? Yeah, I'm gonna have to bump up the camera follow as well when he's in combat mode. So maybe I can store the combat or the camera follow speed in, instead of here, I want to do it in Keegan. Where do I do it? Is it here? camera follow, smooth speed. Well, obviously it's this one, right? So if I bump that up to like 3, yeah, way faster. I probably don't want combat to be that fast, but let me store that speed in Keegan's actual character here, and we'll just go public float cam follow, and then we'll just go if combat rotate towards the mouse, and we'll set that in here. We'll go cam follow equals 0.0, probably 2. Otherwise, set it to 1, and then in our where is it? Is it here? No. Where is it? Cam follow. Okay. And here we want to go public Keegan player Keegan, and then we'll grab that on awake. Keegan equals how does it work now? It's new. Find any object by type. Keegan player. Boom. And then we go late update. We don't really need that right away, but smooth speed. We don't need that either. So instead of smooth speed, we go Keegan dot cam follow. Nice. Okay, now it looks pretty. So I think, so we've already set this up for each of these, but let me show up onto here, turn off combat mode, make sure everything works. We'll turn it on, see how that feels. Yep, feels pretty normal to me. Go combat. And that's definitely the sprint speed there, so that's actually pretty nice, I have to say. Yeah, that last run animation is definitely larger than the others, so I gotta fix that, but here, that's really bugging me. I gotta fix that because this just doesn't look right at all. So I need these guys to be like, well, either this one needs to be significantly smaller. I also don't like how far his foot sticks out. I think it's, I don't think it's accurate. It looks a little weird. I think, well, you know what? That might be where I'm going wrong. Is I need his torsos to line up. So let me show you this right here. So I think right here, the big problem is that beforehand he was like way down here, and so his foot looks like it's like slipping out of the bottom, and it doesn't look good. So I think if I go, first off, I have to make sure that this and this are like perfectly lined up. Those have to be perfect mirror images, and these are like our anchors. So let's go run 1, run 2, run 3, 4, 5, and 6. Okay, so run 3 and 6 have to be just like how they are. Then from here, this, I think it is His back shoulder should go back a little bit, but his front shoulder should go way up. And then from this to this, I think that's probably good. Which means that from here and here, this one needs to be moved up then as well. Probably very similar to that. Okay. And then here and here, this guy needs to be moved up. And then I think if we do that, pretty sure all of these are on the right scale. Okay, so let's hop over here. Combat, and then I can go and just replace all of those. Oh, and that didn't replace them, it just created millions of copies. Why? Why would that create copies of the same thing? They're literally not. They should be labeled like identical. Okay, weird. Okay. Alright. Animator, and then we want to go down to here, and both of these guys need to be okay. Have to empty that, I guess. Then we can do that. Cool. Awesome. Then from here, yep, normal, just doing this normal thing. We start combating. We're right here. We go bam. Okay, that might even be too fast, let's be honest, but oh man, this is nuts. I'm gonna try this size on it all. It's weird. I feel like this is an appropriate speed. I don't know how to make him go faster. Maybe he'll never be that fast. Maybe he'll just be kind of slow. I guess that does make sense. Like, he shouldn't be like Sonic the Hedgehog. He should be just, you know, a little bit faster when you sprint and you're in combat mode. It's not like you're a superhero. You're just still a normal dude running around. I do love, like, his head moving forward, though. Like, this one definitely captures that. So this particular sprite, then, when he's moving slow, needs to be a bit different. But I think from out here, like this is pretty good. I think his feet reach out way too far. I think his arms are excellent. It's his legs that go, like, too far. And in fact, like, let me just try something real quick, because I don't know if this is, like, what I should do or not, but I almost feel like if I were to get rid of that one and that one, why does it look like that? Did I mess up something? What is up with this? Wait, this is so bizarre. Like, wait, wait. How come it literally looks like Oh, I guess so. I guess that technically is what's going on there. That's so funny. What's this one? Technically, this is him like pulling his leg back in, and then this is him extending it out, but then he pulls it back in right away. So it's like boom, out, in, but then technically these look almost identical. So you could almost go like those and then go like boom, 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 boom. That's so funny, huh? Well, anyway, this looks good. This looks good right here. And then I'll just kind of edit the feet a little bit more so he doesn't go so far out. Although, like, it does look pretty okay. Here's what I could do. Here's what I could do. I think that I make his feet, so I'll have to do it on both of these guys, but I'm going to make these go in, I think, and maybe it's not these that need to go in, but maybe. I'm going to move those in, but I'm also going to move, I think like right afterward, his legs should go significantly in. Like really a lot. Because I think you've run, like he stepped out. This leg is still out. I think it's when you go from here out that it needs to be further in. So maybe it's that sprite there, this one, which is after you've stepped. Yeah, so after he's stepped, so after he's made his big run, that next frame, this one needs to be way, way in here. And then I'm just going to duplicate this and put it here. Yeah, perfect. And then we go like that. Oh, I need to call that run 5. And then now, I think when I open up this zip file, it should let me overwrite everything, technically. Not duplicate it all. Nope, it just duplicated everything. Nope, yeah, it literally duplicated it. Why does it do that? That is so bizarre. Can I Control Z that? Like, nope, okay. Can I just delete these and then copy these over? Yeah, maybe I can do that. That should work. Okay. Where's my camera? Boom. Boom. Yeah, let's see how that looks. So I've moved in his leg after he takes a step and he like curls it in a little more. Whoops. It looks so funny now. Definitely it's his shoulders that sell it. That's so good. Yeah, I'm fairly happy with how this looks. Like this isn't too bad. I'm trying to figure out, like, do I want his knee to be up further? Because he's definitely leaning forward, which is also another key part to all of this. Oh, I guess that is another part I should probably check, is like, I didn't really make him lean forward on the other ones, and I kind of need to do that. So I think on this one right here, he needs to be leaning forward more. and I did not quite do that. So let me do that real quick with this. So that is when he takes another step and he's moving out. This one, it's okay for him to be kind of just right where he's at, because he's like, and I do want that to be animated. But this one right here, no excuse for that to not be leaning forward, which is this one. This one needs to be leaning forward. Okay, so let's grab this guy, pop him over here. Oh no, wait, what's up? This one. There we go. Okay. Yeah, okay, that's good. From here, so that one was pretty much identical. We just need to make this guy, like, go forward. And not by much, but I think by more than that. And I think actually that the trick here is going to be real quick, I want to copy this over. Oh, wait, did that not work? Hang on a minute. Did I not make that leg smaller? I thought that I did. Yeah, right after he takes a step, that leg should be smaller. How come it's not? It should be like way up in there. I thought I already did that. So that goes from here to here. Oh, because I'm opening up the combat run. I need to open up combat zip. There we go. Okay, so now I grab this one, put him here. Boom. That's what I want. Nice. Okay, so we got that, which is perfect. And then here on this guy, technically, I mean, I could move this forward like a few inches. I just want to move this one forward too. In fact, I might even want to go way further out. Like, I feel like his knee needs to be significantly out more. Although from here to here, like, I like how he's not fully extended forward, because that could look a little weird. Although, maybe he should have his foot barely visible. Be something like that. That looks pretty reasonable, I think. From here, because then his knee is kind of coming out right here, although you can't see it too well. Oh, wait. Why isn't it in this? Oh, no, it's on this one. My bad. Oh, love teriyaki. Awesome. Nice. Alright, well, have fun eating. Yeah. I don't know how long I'll stream for. Maybe just a little bit, but yeah, anyway. This is cool. I feel like this is coming along well. I do like this. Yeah, the animation's effective. It's really coming along. Making sure my music is all good. I think I'm gonna go put on something else real quick. Something a little more peaceful. Yeah, let's do this. Okay, awesome. From here, I'll fix up all of this later. For now, we're looking at some of this here, like that. So that's pretty good looking, I think, in my opinion. So from here, we could have more of a knee showing on this one, I think. Just something a little bit like right there. Because it's a little, it's got a small looking torso on this one. But I think that's good. And then here, his leg kicks out, steps. That looks a little strange, I'll be honest. Where is that coming from? It's from underneath? Weird. Okay. Oh, yeah, I guess that makes sense. Duh. Okay. And then... I feel like... Was that what I was going to do? No, I was going to edit this here. I was going to make this... So he's got his torso coming back here. Because, yeah, just looks like he's going from leaning forward to nothing at all for like 2 of the frames. So that should be pretty good. So something kind of like that. And then this one, he's significantly leaning forward, comes back, leans, comes back, leans. Yeah, okay. All of these are good. I think I like this, and maybe I can start polishing this up now. So from here, I will save this. I am going to collapse all of these so I can drop it into here now. I'm going to go like this, and then I'm just going to kind of restart a lot of this. So we don't need that big of a screen anymore. I'm going to duplicate this over here. Copy this, put it on run 4, flip it. Nope, I just want to flip the layer. Then we grab this one, which is right before he steps. So from here, we put it on this one. I guess we do this one here. And that one, he should be leaning, but not terribly far. And then we'll duplicate that, put it on here. And then we can flip that. And then we put this guy at the very end. In between on these guys. So he goes just right, kind of in between there. He's kind of leaning back in comparison. Maybe even more than that. Yeah, something like that. And then we'll copy this guy over here. Flip it. Perfect. Okay, I'm happy with that. I can start cleaning this up and then actually making it look like his animation. Yeah, which I think I'll do. So let me save this, open up this one, throw it into here, and then we'll see how that looks. So should be, hopefully it's just slightly more polished, and that's all that we're really looking for. I'm gonna just turn the combat on because we don't need that anymore. And this is his full run animation. Okay, what is happening? Should be singles. Weird. Why did it delete everything? Are you kidding? Why? That is so frustrating. And why did it collapse that window just now? Alright. Let's try it again. Yeah, I think his foot coming out forward more sells everything. Yeah, unfortunately I do need to do that, so. Okay, that works. That actually, yeah, that sells it. Okay, so from here, I'll be totally honest, like, I like the shape. I like in comparison, I like how he looks. I am going to have to change the animation slightly for when he's, like, slow running. But that, like I was saying though, that's one direction. We need all of the other 4 directions, and that's going to be tough. So I got to figure out how to do that. For now though, that's pretty good. So let's think here about what other things that I need to work on. I don't want to get too distracted polishing up things. I do want to try strafing a little bit, just so I can get that kind of fluidity going. I guess we can just kind of like hypothesize for like what a strafe animation is going to look like. So thinking about this screen, if he's strafing, or here, you know what, let's just do this. Okay, so if he's strafing, that means he's sidestepping, and that means that he's going to be, instead of going forward and leaning forward, he's going to be going to the side and kind of leaning to the side. So kind of torso, body, and we want him to be moving that direction. So he's already mid-motion, let's say. So let's say from a standstill, right, this foot's going to have to cross over here, and this foot's going to have to move that direction. So over here, he's like doing the salsa, you know. Over here, let's say foot is crossed, which means knee is probably up here and foot is slightly off-centered. You can't even see that at all. Let's try that again. Okay, so knee in that direction, because it can only go so far. Like, you can't sidestep that far. And then knee and foot off that direction as far as you can go, but it's you can't go that far. Over the top of that then, so then his hips are going to be kind of like this. Let's see, because you're going like, yeah, so I guess instead of maybe straight sidestepping, you're going to be twisting slightly when you do it in either direction. And so I think that his whole body is going to be tilted like this. So then we have leg like this. Other leg comes out over here, and that one also steps like as far this way as we can go. Okay, so something vaguely like this. And then he's probably going to be hunched over the whole time. So let's just do his legs for now. Looks a little weird. I'll refine it in a second. We're just trying to figure this out. So, point is, foot, maybe I should do this. Body, foot, foot. We go over another frame. This foot, let's color this foot in. This foot now is his main foot, because now he is stepping on that foot and sliding. Or I guess for the camera it'd be like that. So from here over like that. So now his foot is probably in like a position like this. So then this foot colored in, this foot is crossing over. he's now straightened out his leg significantly. It's pretty much vertical. Oh, I guess technically the way that I drew this was the foot over the top, so actually this foot now is going underneath. And then this foot's connected to this side of his hips here. Okay, so then he's now kind of in like this positioning, right? And then if we go one more frame, this foot should be stepping this way as far as it possibly can. And he's like this now. And then this leg is coming out and stepping over here as much as it can. Because now he's crossed under and stepping out. So he's like this now. And then if we were to repeat the whole thing in reverse, pretty much be the same thing, except now this leg is in front when we do it, and then we go. Okay, so this is nuts. This is why I was thinking about trying to figure out how to do it with kinematics. I don't know if I can do that. I can just model it with my legs here, see if I can figure this out. So I think a move that he's going to be at is he's probably going to be in the air with one foot at all times. He's probably not going to be on the same foot at both times. So, all right. Well, hey, welcome back. For the record, here, I'm gonna put this in the chat real quick. Okay. So from here, oh, dude, I don't even know how to do this. I think he's going to, maybe I should start over. Let's try it again. So let's just go foot. This foot. This is so ridiculous. Literally, how are you like, surely somebody has made a good strafing animation. Yeah, I know. It's terrible. It's honestly, it's not even worth talking to the chat right now. It's terrible. I just have to type in the chat. Okay. I mean, we could just watch a video, you know. Oh. I mean, this guy always has good videos. So we want strafing. Okay, so let's see how he does it with. Okay, it seems like one foot perpetually stays in front of the other one. So it's like, and that's probably how we would want to do it. So it's like the character is perpetually tilted toward one direction and doesn't flip back and forth between each foot or something, which makes sense. So I think that what I should do is for the direction that you're moving in, it probably makes sense that you're rotated in that direction. So when you go this way, you go like that, and then you tilt in the other direction. So for moving this way, character will be tilted this direction. This foot will always go in front. This foot will always go behind. So then what else he has going on is that, let's get more of like a top-down view here. Let's just take like keyframes from this. So I think that we just go like, I have to think about how to twist this in the other direction. This is technically the correct direction that I want, because if he's if Keegan is tilting this direction, it's the like inverted. I could just do it in the same direction as him right now and go like, so leg, kind of tilted weird at an awkward angle, but strafing is awkward, honestly. So something kind of weird like that. Plus this leg is definitely crossed and then coming back underneath like this. Okay. That actually looks weirdly normal. Okay. So then we want probably a step like that, which then gives, so still in this vague direction, but now knee is aligned and foot is under knee. Okay, and then this knee comes out, starts to take a step in the other direction, like that. And then probably we only need another frame, and then we just go back and forth like that. I might have to do like 6 frames on this though, so. Let's see, that is, okay, so that's the furthest frame that he goes out, which is what I want. Oh no, why did it do that? Why would it do that? That's awful. Okay. Yeah, so that one right there. I don't know why I did that. It's terrible. Then we do this. This leg is now coming out. Leg, foot. This leg has come out now. And then we go knee, and then other foot here. And then honestly, this is pretty good, because although it looks like he's like falling backward like that, his torso will be leaning forward like this. And so I think it actually, this is a good, I don't know, aspect, like ratio, like proportions? I don't know what I'm looking for here. Okay, oh my gosh, I did it again. That is so bizarre. Why does it do that? Okay, so we want to go into here. And then we go like this. Which is a very similar picture to this one here. In fact, I should probably just duplicate that. Like in the future though. Like I'll just duplicate that frame. And in fact, like if we go to that final frame there, like technically that's this one that we came up with. So I think we just literally go boom, 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 boom. And we just go between all of them. And then the rest is just reverse of that. So I think this looks pretty good. So let's give that a shot. So technically we will then need to create, I'm gonna drop the opacity on these, his torso over the top of this. So these are roughly good proportions here. I might flip these just so it's facing the right direction, and then that might kind of help me draw correctly. Okay, so his torso should be something sort of like probably here, something like this, right? And then his head here, and he's kind of hands are out here. And honestly, just something similar to this. Okay, so he takes a step out, comes in, arms out, arms in. I think something like that. I don't know if he did that in the animation that we copied. So it might look a little different. And then also, when he steps into this position, he should be just slightly like taller. So he'll come up a little ways, and then this one he will be the lowest down, technically. I mean, honestly, that's pretty good as is. Because I will go over all of this later and just fix it up. So for now, let's drop each one of these into a new frame here. Come on. And then what do we want his start frame to be? Probably like this one here, actually, because that looks very neutral in comparison. Okay, so we make that the start frame. Then we come out here, duplicate this, and then that's his walk cycle. So we go strafe 1, strafe 2, strafe 3, and strafe 4. Takes a step. Wait, is that right? Wait a minute. Did I do that right? What the? No, that's not right. That's not right at all. It's supposed to be this one, step, then he comes back, then he goes out, then he comes back, then he, okay, that's how it is. I messed that up. Okay. There we go. So now this is going to be strafe. Okay. I think from here, let me just let's just throw them in there and see what happens, like see how it looks. I don't actually know if it'll look bad. So let's go strafe. We want to save this as a zip. And then honestly, I want to get rid of the PDN files for these two, just for the combat run and for the combat strafe. Okay, just because you can open up the zip files in Paint.net. So, so this is the big thing that I wanted to check out. But honestly, okay, so I don't need to code anything differently. I just have to keep in mind that this is going to be a bit weird. But if I just do this, he should automatically strafe right off the bat. And I just have to walk sideways only, and then we'll see how that looks. Hang on, that's not right. There we go. So far, it looks like it. Or actually, that looks better. They both actually look really good. That's hilarious. They look actually really good, both of them. So it'll be something like that when you're running and stuff. It'll be like this, and then this, and then this. That's actually pretty incredible. And then as you look around, that will affect what you end up animating as. That's really cool. Here, I'm going to zoom in so you can see more of it. Yeah, I'm actually pretty impressed with this. Didn't expect it to look that good, but yeah, this is totally what I'm after. I feel like everything about what's happening right now is like, yeah, okay, cool. That's actually really good. I feel like that knocks out both directions too. That took care of the running and strafing directions, so we just have kind of the angled directions and then the backward directions. That's kind of a lot of work right now. I think that was good. That was a good stream. I'll go check out the main room, but and we can play around with that a little more. But how do I apply my changes? Like, I made a lot of changes.